In
This conference will now be recorded.
In the last class, what we have seen is like we have gone through 7 cases, right? Almost 8 cases we have gone, right? So the thing that is left is ID, right? Business exception. Getting the employee details who is not there in the organization, and we can raise business exception for this. So this part is left. So if I want to handle this type of exception, then first, what is the use case here? I have to hit the employee ID who is not there. When he is not there, we have to raise the exception manually. Hey, employee is not available. Employee is not there. That kind of message we have to raise. And we have to handle, and what exact information you want to give to the source system, that you need to do it. That we can do, that we can achieve. Okay. So in call DB only. In the call DB, if connectivity is missing, then connectivity is missing means we are raising the connectivity issue. Now we have to check the records. Okay. So for doing that, so if at all the record is not returning, when see, if I am hitting with any 100, the thing means, okay, fine, the details will be retrieved, and payload is something like, yeah, if details are there, the record will come, otherwise empty array will come, that we know it. Okay. So for raising business exception, definitely we have to check the payload, whether it is coming as empty array or whether it is getting some record, that we have to check. That we can do by using choice. In the choice, okay, as soon as we are getting the records, okay, we can check the condition over here. Size of payload, we can use a function called size of, okay, size of payload. If size of payload, in the sense, if payload is there, definitely its size will be like 1. Normally we are seeing when we are debugging the application, we have seen it already. Payload returns like 2, payload returns 1, payload returns 0, right? Here I will be checking the condition if payload is greater than 0. If size of payload is greater than 0, then go for happy path. Otherwise, else, in the default, you can raise the exception, raise error. So if payload is not greater than 0, means we have to raise the exception. And the exception type, I can define my own thing. No employee, no EMP, no employee found. Okay, we can raise this exception. Here we are raising. Okay, if payload is greater than 0, it just maps the message and it just returns it. And if that payload size, or if it is returning empty array, then it will go here and it will raise the exception like, hey, this employee is not found. Now, and again, in the as it is business exception, we can keep on error continue. Okay, on error continue, and the type whatever here we have raised. See, this is my customized exception. Remember that. This is my custom exception. So this type I will be handling here, and you can set a payload like okay, display name. You can send it like, please check with valid employee details. Okay, yeah, setting it. Fine. So if DB is there, then it will go, right? Here it will go. You try to get the record. It will check the condition. If size is good, everything is fine. It enters to this location. Otherwise, it raises the exception, right? It raises business exception is always like it should be like a success. So that is the reason I have kept on error continue, and whatever the error here I am raising, I am handling it over here with the valid message. Okay, that is how I am working. Now let me debug it. Let me deploy. Let me deploy it. What is the error we have? Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Let it deploy. Let it deploy. It is entering. Let me check if it is deployed or failed. It is deployed. Okay. I'm checking. It is valid number only. Okay. See, here variable size here is 1. That is variable size. In the same way, payload also we will get. Is number, calling database. What happened? Why it's not moving? Get employee details, right? Why it is not moving? Okay, get employee details. Okay,
You
so
are given
somehow
the greater than 100.
get employee details. This one I have to select. Wait. Here I understood the problem. In the flow reference, I'm calling wrong thing. Wait, here call DB is there, right? In the call DB, what we have to call get employee details. This thing only again I am calling. So again and again it is going here only. Get employee details. This thing I have to select. Get EFP details. This one I have to select. That is what the problem is. Let me save it. Let me redeploy. Let me redeploy once again. Is it deployed? Yes. It has reached there. And, see, it is going to this now. Now it is getting record from the database. See, after getting the database, the payload. Payload size is 1, means one record is there, right? See, one record size. This size I am checking in the choice router. Size of is nothing but size of payload is nothing but this size only. If size of 1 means it is greater than 0. That means it goes to this path. Otherwise, this goes to raise path. See, it is going to this path and happy path we have achieved. We have achieved it, right? And logger we have done. Okay. So now I'll try with the record which is not there. So something I will write like some blah blah blah. Okay. This record definitely will not be there. Yes. Now the record is 0. Size is 0. It will not satisfy this condition. Right. It will not satisfy this condition. It goes to raise error. And again, raise error means an exception has occurred. So obviously it goes to it comes out of that condition and it will go to the error handler. In the error handler, already we have handled employee, no employee found. So it gives with a success message that please check the employee details. Please check with valid employee detail. Have you guys understood?
Yes,
Right? Yes. So this is what the business exceptions. Business exceptions are customized. Types and everything we need to check. Okay. We need to check the types and everything we have to check. So this is what fourth case. In this case already case 9 is business exception. Near certification they will try to give. Okay. Business exception. Okay. So till here are you guys are clear, right? You guys are pretty much clear with this till here. Okay. So this is fair enough. Okay. So till here we have learned like all type of exceptions if you see. And global exception is left. Case 10 is global exception. With this the exceptional handling is going to complete. So what is global error handler? Global error handler is, see, I can have many flows. Flow 1, flow 2, flow 3, any number of flows I can have. Subflows are normal flows, private flows, main flows, any number of flows. Okay. So what I feel is like, see, let me take one module project. In one project, one module is there. That module is account module. So in that account module, I have different flows. Uh, I have different flows. The flow is like create module, update module, delete module, right? Create module, update module, delete module, update module, delete module. Okay. These three are the three modules, three flows we are having. So see, when I am creating, so I will think like my source here in this case, I'll think like my source system is something like Siebel and the Siebel is hitting Mule and Mule is hitting AC. That is what my source and target system. Okay. For either for creating an account or updating an account or deleting an account, we will be touch basing the SAP, right? Definitely we have to, for creating or updating or for whatever the cases, we have to connect to SAP system. So think these three are three different flows. So here also I have to keep connectivity, connectivity and some validation also I want to keep. Okay. In this flow also, in this flow also, again SAP connectivity I have to check, right? Connectivity. And validation, if any validation seems that see for updating an account or for deleting an account, for whatever the case is, account number we will be verifying whether it is valid or not. That validation we will perform irrespective of the action which we are doing. And for deleting the record as well, the same thing. If SAP, the same type of exceptions we will handle. So, see, in this module, I have three flows. Three flows I will be creating in one project. Okay. In these three flows, we will be like checking the handling of exception is same, right? The handling of exception is same. Exceptional handling, whatever we are doing is same. So, do you think it is the duplicate? Why? Because in this flow also we are checking the connectivity validation. This flow also we are doing the same thing. This flow also we are doing the same thing. So, why can't we? Why can't we manage? Why can't we create the exception handling like reusability concept? Why? Because see, we can write this connectivity and validation at one place and we can reuse it, right? Are you getting my points? Whatever I'm trying to say?
Yes, yes. But
You're
where we
getting it?
use this global error handling?
Hmm. Global means what the thing is like common exception handling. See, in this flow also I am handling connectivity and validation. In this flow also connectivity and validation I'm doing. In this flow also connectivity and validation I'm doing. So instead of maintaining at each flow, why can't I write at one place and why can't I reuse it? Write once somewhere. Create a global error handler, and in that global error handler, what you can do is like this connectivity and validation here you can define, and you don't need to configure it in the flow level. Getting my point? So write once, write at one file and try to reuse it. Don't like at every flow, don't keep it. Write once somewhere and try to reuse it. So in that way, what will happen is like the code redundancy, the duplicate code will not be there. Duplicate here, this is duplicate only. Now for create, update, delete, if not like 100 flows are there. In that 100 flows, checking the connectivity is something like definitely we will do in each and every flow. Am I right?
Yes.
Am I correct? Yes. So instead of checking that many times, what I'll try to do, I will write this exception only at one place and I will try to just show it so that I can raise rate. That for showing the global exceptions, let me create one more project for understanding. Okay, for better understanding. Okay, this is different concept. Writing the exception once and reusing it. So for this type of things, what you can do is you can create one more configuration file, new configuration file. You can write it as global. Okay. So two files you can, this is global file. Okay, 1 second, please.
Voice is not recognized. Ashita?
She's in call.
Okay, okay.
I think I have disconnected for a while. Ashita? Navya?
Tell me.
Yeah, Nitya.
You're able to hear, right? Somehow my mobile
Yes.
data got disconnected. Okay, fine. So somehow it is something like global error handling. So what we will do is we will write this common exceptions at one place. Okay, common exceptions we will be writing at one place, and we will just try to, like, whenever this exception was raised, that exception will come here and it will execute in that common code. It will execute. Okay, so in the main handler, what we will try to do first, we will try to keep a listener. Okay, I'll try to validate same thing, whatever we have done previously, the same thing I will try to do it even here as well. Okay, local host, this one, GB global. Okay, now whatever here validation we are performing, the same thing we will try to do it. Okay, here variable. Okay, same here id I'm writing, that is fine. I'll try to keep a validation. Okay, validate. Already I have added that validate, right? Validate, where is my validate? Here is my validation. Let me add this module. The same thing is number, I'll try to check. Okay, is number. I don't want to confuse in the same project, so I'm not doing the global error in the same, in the previous project, right? Why? Because if I do it, like, it will be like confusing. Okay, always modifying is not a good thing. Value is var dot, what is it, id. Okay, so it should be like always integer. If at all, if any number is coming, it will throw an exception, right? So that is fine. Now, if any exception occurs over here, I will try to write it in the global. Okay. So here error handler will be there. Okay. And here that validation error, whatever the validation error here we have. See, this is the validation type, right? in my global, the on error continue or whatever, any number of exceptions you can handle it. On error continue. Here I am checking this validation. Okay, and I'll try to keep the set payload. Okay, now here please enter valid ID. Okay, this is what I have done, and this is my main this thing. If any exception occurs here, I am not handling. See, here I am not handling any error handler, but there is a chance like this validation error may occur. So I have in a separate file, I have written this validation. Even connectivity also, if you want to go with this connectivity, whatever the connectivity here you are writing, that connectivity also you can configure on error propagate. You can keep, you can you can keep that connectivity as well. Okay, first I am checking with validation. Okay, so here in the main flow, I am not handling any exception handling. In the global, I have declared that I am handling over here. So what you have to do is in the main flow. So wherever the validation you are performing, there you have to go to your global elements. You have to create one global file, global configuration. So here you will be having a default error handler. In the default error handler, sorry, which project I am doing in this project only, right? Global error handler. Okay, this is correct only. Sorry. Configuration. See, global error handler. So here I have I have given the name as global, right? In the new project. Let me minimize this, and here this is the global. To this file error underscore handler by default it will add. So you don't need to worry. Go to configuration. Here see, global is already there. మనం ఏదైతే global ఇక్కడ file ఉందో ఆ file కి error underscore handler will be added. The name it will add by default. So here you have to create that file, otherwise the exception handling will not be done. Okay, now I am doing it. So in this case, what I have done, okay, in this case, what I have done is, whenever an exception is occurring over here, I am telling the flow, hey flow, if any exception error occurs here, please go to this global file and try to execute the exception which I have defined over here. So here I have one flow. Tomorrow I can have, say, whatever the example I have discussed, the create flow. So let me assume like this is my create flow. This is not create flow అని అనుకుంటాను. This is the assume, I will assume like this is create flow. In the same way, update flow you will be having, delete flow you will be having. For everything, this validation we will check. So instead of creating in error handler, what you have done, you have separately created it and you have given the link in the global elements. In the global elements, we have given that link, and now we will try to deploy it. Okay, let me stop this, and you are getting my point? అర్థమవుతుందా మీకు? Common errors, I am keeping it in separate file and I am pointing those exceptions in that file. So here in this project, I can have any number of flows. Wherever you have that validation, you don't need to create separately in each and every flow. See, here I have not handled that exception. Validation నేను ఇక్కడ పెట్టలేదు. I have kept in that file only. You're understanding, right? What I'm trying to say.
Yes.
Okay. So now I'll just this execute and I'll stop here. Okay. Tomorrow, like very new topic, brand new topic, I will come. Ramal, we will see. Are you guys practicing or not?
Yes.
Okay, you have to do, otherwise you will not understand. It's just like a blank only. So tomorrow I'll try to keep, otherwise tomorrow some doubt session I will keep. Okay. I think somebody has asked me.
Yes, Nitya. I was asking you.
Yeah. I'll just we will tomorrow we will have doubt session, and day after tomorrow Ramal we will
Okay.
see. Okay. See,
Okay.
now
Okay.
I am entering invalid data I am entering. Okay. So invalid data I am entering now. Oh, sorry. What the thing is here it is not EX, right? Here GB I guess. Separate project I have created now. Yes. Now it will come. Variable it will come. It will check that validation error is will be raised. Then what it has to go, see, if at all if we have configured that exception in our error handling, it would have gone here. But what we have done, we have created separate flow, and I feel that validation is common error for all the flows. So I have created separate file. Then automatically what it will do, it is coming to this global file and it is executing this set page. So like this, if I have 100 flows, see here, create flow is there. In the same way, update flow. In the same way, delete flow. In each and every flow, definitely checking validation is a common thing which I am doing. I feel like that validation error is common for all the flows. Okay. So see, irrespective of number of flows, it will go, if any that exception occurs, validation error came means definitely it will go to this global file and it will execute this. So any doubt for this? You understood the concept or not? Are you clear on this? Nothing we have done. Common exceptions, I am keeping it in some separate file and I am making the flow to look at that. If any business exceptions or any other exceptions, we have to handle at flow level. But this is global. See, connectivity and validation, these are something common. In each and every flow, we will check. So in one project, it is not like only I will be having one flow. Definitely, I will have number of flows, 10 flows I will have. In those 10 flows, wherever the validation is occurring, see, this is my update flow. This is my update flow. In this flow also, definitely I have to check now. So why I should keep why I have to keep that validation exception every time in error handling? It is not good, right? Using that many times is not good. So what I have done, I have created one separate file. I felt like that it is a common exception. I have handled over there. So by doing that, what is the advantage? We don't need to handle it each and every flow level. At least now it should be clear. Are you guys are clear on this?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So anyhow, error handling was completed. The topic is completely now raised. Now I have to start a new topic. So anyhow, you guys are saying like doubts are there, right? So in the tomorrow we will be discussing the doubts. Okay, and from day after tomorrow, Ramal, I will start. Is that fine with you? If I start now also, tomorrow continuation will not be there, na? Many people are also absent. At least Pooja and normally 3 people are joining. At least those people also not joined today, right? So shall we go Ramal with the next class?
Yes, Nitya.
Yes, that is new topic, brand new topic. So definitely it will not depend on the others now. So till whatever I have teach it till today, try to practice, try to ask the questions tomorrow.
Sure.
Okay, and
Surely
from
will do.
tomorrow again like new topics we will continue. Almost like 50% plus we have completed. You are there. Yes, tomorrow I will keep a halt for doubts. Okay. Oh,
Okay.
fine. Chalo then. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye.